up, Super Fam and Brovengers alike? I am Sensei Finito, and welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. And today, we're going to be talking about The Flash, Cameos, Batman, The Brave and the Bold news. We got some news about Midnight Suns and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so I hope everybody is excited and ready to get in to all of the vibes today. How you guys doing? What is up, Super Fam and Brovengers? I hope everyone's vibey. All right. So, if you guys haven't already, make sure you follow us on social media at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with all the latest news, movie reviews, and things that we talk about all of the time, because we be talking about a whole bunch on the Marvel Bros stuff. And also follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. I'm not sure why my thing is tripping a little bit. Okay, that's weird. Interesting. If you haven't already, because you already know, I'll be talking about a whole lot of stuff over there on the Twitter sphere. Okay, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to throw my hair in a ponytail. Maybe it's because I can't find a hair tie. Yeah, no, I can't. All right. That's going to be a little bit annoying. But it's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day today. I appreciate everyone that's here with us. It is Monday, and I hope everyone's having a really good Monday today so far. I'm not going to lie. I'm having a pretty good Monday so far, and I'm hoping to continue to have a wonderful Monday. I see you guys here in the chat getting it popping. Let's jump into the chat and see just how everybody is doing. Yeah. Oh. That was an accident. This is what I meant to do. Bam. That's what I meant to do right there. Let's see. Let's get this chat over here popping. It's so inconvenient that I have to refresh this chat thing every single time. All right. Maybe this is a little dark, huh? I don't have my light. I forgot to turn my light on over here. So let me know how everybody's doing. All right. Marisu says, I'm Batman. Yo, what's up with the Marisu? I hope you're having a fantastic one. Let's get you them Marvel bucks for being here first, bright and early. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Bam. Kiwi. What's up with the Kiwi? Hello there.
Hello there.
I hope you're having a fantastic day as well. Okay, hold on. Let me get this. Oh, you're also Batman. Everybody's Batman in this bitch, huh? What's up with the Nighthawk? How you doing, G? Bruh, so I'm guessing everybody saw that amazing Flash trailer. That trailer was just awesome. You know we're definitely going to talk about that a lot. We know we're definitely going to talk about that Flash trailer. Let's see. Okay. I think that's what I needed.
Hello there.
Yeah. There we go. I'm rewatching the Snyderverse. I'm on Men of Steel right now. Man, you know what I was kind of thinking about? I think I saw this comment before I sat down and whatnot, and I was just thinking about how watching Snyderverse, watching the Snyder cut of Justice League is like almost longer than, like the DCEU stuff itself. Like just that one movie. That movie's solid though. That movie was hella good. Man of Steel is so good and underrated. I don't think it's underrated at all, Mark. What? You might be trolling right there. I never saw either Justice League or Wonder Woman 2. You know what? You really didn't miss out on anything, Kirby. I'm not gonna lie to you. Justice League was okay. The first Justice League movie, it was okay, but it was actually kind of trash at the same time. Especially when you look at the Snyder cut. Like the Snyder cut is tremendously better. Like I really want to see the Ayer cut. I want to see all of the cuts from every director that didn't get to do what they wanted to do, because like I am like 100% sure that those movies are probably just like incredible, for a lack of better word. Like those are probably incredible movies. It's just that the big wigs were trying way too hard to try to recreate Marvel stuff without even having a fraction of the money or time. You know what I'm saying? Like like you can't do that. You can't do it with the fraction of the money and time that it took to build the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like that's as big as it is for a reason. So I think they just kind of hurt themselves with that. Not gonna lie. Wonder Woman 2 is bad. I do not recommend it, Kiwi, and watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah, I agree with Nighthawk on that. Wonder Woman 2 is a terrible movie. Wonder Woman 2 is just atrocious. Like it is really bad. It's really bad. I hate that movie. I'm not gonna lie. That's like Wonder Woman 2 and Thor: Love and Thunder are probably the two worst comic book movies that I've like almost ever seen in my life. Like those movies are bad. Like those movies are bad. I'm like, damn. Like watching them, it was just like, sheesh. They really didn't put too much effort into these movies at all. Like they just put it out. I don't even I don't think I even finished the first Wonder Woman now that I think about it. Yeah, the first Wonder Woman is okay. I know a lot of people like the first Wonder Woman. I honestly can't remember it too much just because like I just can't remember it too much. I don't know why, but I don't really like remember what happened in that movie, but I don't think I was a big fan of that one either. So, I'll probably have to go back and watch it. I'll probably have to do a rewatch of those as well, especially for The Flash because of how lit that Flash movie was, right? Like that shit was crazy. Yeah, Wonder Woman 2 is extremely disappointing. Yeah, I agree. It was very disappointing. I thought it was going to be pretty hype, and then it wasn't. Like at all. And it was just like, it was just like, damn, what is this? What is this movie? what is this? What's happening right now? What was I about to do? Oh, I remember. Blow. And then come back over here. '07. Double O. Imagine if I'm the universe reset, we get Bale back as Batman. He's a pretty good age for a Batman with Damian as a sidekick. Yeah, that's facts. That's true. That's very true. I don't like Christian Bale personally as Batman, but his movies are still solid. Like you guys kind of know how I feel about DC projects up until this point. They've been very superhero-y and not comic booky, and I'm not a big fan of it. I'm just not. I'm not a fan of like what if superheroes were in the real world for DC. That's not what DC is. At least to me, that's not what DC is. You know what I mean? It's not DC is like Marvel. It's not like oh my gosh, what if this was really how things is? That's The Boys. I think that the DC stuff was very much like a PG-13 version of The Boys and a watered-down version of Watchmen. It was like Watchmen and The Boys put together, kind of. That's what the DC extended universe was, and I wasn't a big fan of that. And that's how the Batman was for me too, and I wasn't a fan of that. I like comic book stuff to be very comic booky, and I didn't get that from that. So I'm okay with getting a completely new everything, and that would be dope. Like it would be cool for like a Easter egg type of thing. But I don't like I said, Bale is dope, but what Christian Bale has said about even doing comic book movies and stuff, and then his portrayal of Gore the God Butcher, and then him not being all the way, all the way, I don't know. It is what it is, but, I don't want that. So I'm happy that we're going to get something different because I don't want that at all. I know I had a hair tie around here. Oh, wait, did I put it in? I put it in my little thing right here. I knew I had a hair tie because I'd be like, bruh, because my locks was just running away. I saw them. I kept seeing them just fly away. I was like, nah, this is gonna be pretty obnoxious for your boy. What the fuck? There we go. Bam. There we go. Had to put the locks in the ponytail up here because them things was like, I'm very OCD if you guys haven't noticed. So I'd be like, woo, yeah, stuff makes me go wild. Morbius, Love and Thunder, Woman 1984, Batman and Robin, and Catwoman with Halle Berry are the worst superhero movies ever made. No, this is a big fact, actually. I really, really agree with this. Like, I agree with this 100%, Nighthawk. Like, this is Morbius wasn't terrible, but it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't terrible, but it was. Like, I think Venom 2 could possibly go on that list. I'm not going to lie. I think Venom 2 could possibly go on that list because I wasn't the biggest. Like, Venom overall is kind of like whatever for me. Like, if they make another one, cool. If they don't, cool. I really don't give a shit either way because I feel like Venom is one of those properties that has been done really dirty. It's pretty laughable to have anything about Venom with no Spider-Man, and then not until like the third one, like and then introduce Carnage before you even have Venom and like I don't know, that just all that type of stuff was very weird to me. Like, you know what I mean? It was just really weird. So I was like, yeah, it's whatever. You know, that's kind of whatever to me. Like, just get out of here. Like, I don't really yeah. So I think Venom 2 can go on that list too as well, Nighthawk. But I agree with you. I agree with you completely. I might actually steal that comment right there and put that out as a tweet. All right, let's see. I still need to watch Thor: Love and Thunder sober. I watched it sauced up and loved it. Yeah, you definitely didn't get the full. You definitely didn't get the full aspect of what was going on then. If you was just, if that's the case, you definitely loved the movie because it was a funny movie. The movie was funny. Like, it was a funny movie. Don't get me wrong. I saw something on Twitter that was talking about Lady Sif's death scene and how it was like. I think the Twitter post said this shit was wrote like a SNL skit, and it literally was. That whole movie was kind of like a Saturday Night Live skit, like also written by Taika Waititi. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how that shit felt. And I was like, I was not a fan. I wasn't a fan. Still not a fan, but hey, it is what it is. I was talking with my friend about Wonder Woman and I mixed up the Game of Thrones with it. Really weird. Apparently I don't remember it at all. That's hilarious. I don't know how the hell you mix up Game of Thrones with Wonder Woman, but that's hilarious. And you know what? That's actually kind of funny because the Paradise Islands HBO Max show that we're supposed to be getting is basically Wonder Woman Game of Thrones. So you weren't too far off, I guess, for mixing those two up with each other, right? So because that's what James Gunn says it's going to be like. So I'm actually, that's one of the projects that I'm really excited for. Mari Sue, I'm actually interested in how you feel about that whole the Promised Land Game of Thrones type of show, because I feel like that's kind of up our alley. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of Ezra as an actor, but not as a person in real life. That's just me. That's acceptable. I agree. I think Ezra is a phenomenal actor, to be completely honest. I've said it multiple times. I think Ezra is the best part about the new Fantastic Beasts trilogy. I think like their role in that is definitely one of my favorite things that goes throughout that trilogy, and seeing them, progressively go into how we see them in the last movie. I really loved that character arc that they gave Ezra in that movie. But the things that Ezra have done, I don't want to laugh because the things that they've done are not funny. It's just like, it is funny that no one seems to really give a shit anymore, including WB. I mean, that's really who doesn't give a shit, right? They're just like, hey, if he apologizes and this movie makes $1 billion, then who gives a if he threw a couple chairs, Like, who cares? It's actually pretty wild to me. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So I'm really here to see this movie though. I do want to see what it's gonna be like. That and also not to mention Ezra Miller. They what WB has come out and said. And we kind of followed this as it was happening. And what WB said was, hey, if Ezra Miller actually one turns themselves in, they also do apologize publicly for the things that have occurred, and then also seeks, the mental help that they need, the mental health help that they need. Then we'll look at not only putting the movie out, but also looking at some type of press with Ezra. And I think that was if there was no court stuff that, stopped them from doing that, if I'm not mistaken. So, that's kind of where we are with that, basically. That's kind of where we are with that. And it just be like that sometimes, So, but I do agree with what you're saying still. Like, I'm a fan of Ezra as an actor, not what they've done as like in real life. And then once again, that goes back to, you can't really, I think we're at this point in time where we can't, well, I mean, like, rightfully so. You can't really judge people off of the things that they do during a mental break, but at the same time, if they cross that line to where it's like, yo, you were still coherent of what was going on, even though you did have a mental breakdown, you were still very coherent of the things that were going on around you. It's like you can't give someone a free pass, but at the same time, you can't overlook their mental health. So you do have to find that balance in those two things, and I think that's what WB is currently trying to do, is find that balance of what's going on. And this might be one of the quickest redemption arcs that we've ever seen happen, I guess, as well. I mean, my G Will Smith is still trying to redeem himself from bitch slapping Chris Rock on the stage. That was crazy. But it's not crazy as Ezra throwing multiple chairs at people and smacking women. I mean, I think the things that they've done is pretty wild. But also, we heard that some of those things weren't actually true. Some of the things were true. Some of the things weren't true. Some things were getting blown out of proportion. So it's like, hey, I'm okay with just kind of waiting and seeing what the hell happens. What is it that they're charged with? What do they have to go to court for? What sticks? What doesn't stick? Who gets a buyout? All that type of shit is going to be what we're going to have to see in these next, 6 months, I think, until the movie comes out. So we got some time, we got some time. Ezra has more time to do some ridiculously stupid shit. Like, don't get me wrong. So let's hope that doesn't. Oh my God. So let's hope that doesn't happen, is what I was trying to say before I was choked. All right. I appreciate Smallville and Gotham. Not really much else. Yeah. Smallville and Gotham are basically two of the best shows that I think and Stargirl. Oh shit, Stargirl is ridiculously dope. Like the level of amazingness that Stargirl has, it's really unmatched. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, Stargirl is top tier. If you haven't watched it, I definitely think you should. Stargirl is like the production value is like a step above Titans. The writing is like 3 steps above what they do on the CW, and then you got really good action and stuff like that as well. So it's a really good blend of like WB, DC, CW, HBO Max type of thing, Like, it's a really good blend from those. And Superman and Lois. If you haven't seen Superman and Lois, you definitely need to see Superman and Lois. Smallville, Gotham, Superman, Lois, and Stargirl, all of those are peak. And they really didn't lose anything from me over the time. They just kind of kept getting better. 07 represents a person saluting. Think of a person holding their hand up to their head. Hey, yo, not the, yo. That's some, I'm not even. That's the MySpace shit right there, Marisu. But I just remember having a good time seeing the Bale movies. Yes, the Bale movies are freaking awesome. Like that's what I can't. That's what throws me for such a loop when it comes to DC. Is their movies are all really good, like, or almost all of them are really good. But it's like, damn, this doesn't feel like Batman though. Like, this doesn't feel like Superman. This doesn't really feel like Wonder Woman. Oh man, this doesn't really feel like this. Shazam is like the most superhero comic book movie that they've done. Shazam felt like some comic book shit, but it also felt like the regular DC superhero thing that they do as well. It was a good blend of both. That was a really good blend. We love the locks. Hey, much appreciation. I think I've been growing the locks for what, like 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4 years, 3 or 4 years, something like that. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 years, something like that. I don't know that Electrica. Why do I keep saying Electrica? That Electra movie was pretty awful too. Was that bad? I can't really remember. I'm not gonna lie. I can't remember the Electra movie like that. Venom 2 made me mad, but that was also a COVID movie. Yeah, but it doesn't. I don't think the movie would have been too much better, like without it. Like, let's be honest, the first one wasn't that good in the first place, so I don't think the second one would have been that good if there wasn't, if COVID didn't happen. Like if they made Venom 2 right now, the movie would probably still be trash. Like after Flash erasing all that old DC stuff, it would be weird to see that Aquaman 3, not gonna lie. Yo, what's up with the MJ? Well, from what we know, the events of the... Man, I need some water. Hold on. Woo! From what we know, the events of the Flash movie is basically, the rebirth or the Flashpoint event. And okay, well, to give you the actual timeline, the shit that happens in Shazam, from what James Gunn said, what happens in Shazam directly goes into what happens with the Flash, and then what happens in the Flash, the reset and all that, directly goes into what's going on with Aquaman, and then Aquaman kind of goes into what we're going to be getting with Superman. So it is weird, but when you look at like the rebirth shit that DC has done before, even in the comics, they do stuff like that. They'll give you a different version of these other characters, but this stuff will still be the same. Like Wally West isn't here, but all the other Titans are here, or something like that. It's always different. So I'm here for it because it makes sense. Especially if they tell it in the story the right way. Venom 1 is great, but Venom 2 is awful. I'm not seeing the third one. Venom 1 is a good movie. It's a solid movie. Kraven the Hunter, I'm not seeing. Oh, I'm seeing Kraven the Hunter just so I can talk about it. We're seeing all the movies around here. We're gonna see everything, but are we gonna like everything? No. But I like to see every single thing that there is, so I can actually have an opinion on it, so I can let people know on whether it's good or bad from my point of view, and tell them like what happens in the movies and stuff like that. I just like that. I like that type of stuff, not just for me, but also my fam. There is no Aquaman 3. Well, Aquaman 2. Yeah, it is Aquaman 2, huh? Aquaman 2 is set after the Flash. James Gunn confirmed that, so Aquaman 3 is definitely happening. Oh, that's not true. That's not true at all. I mean, just because Aquaman 2 is happening doesn't mean Aquaman 3 is. I'm pretty sure the only reason that Aquaman 3 is still happening, and why they haven't announced whether it's going to be a part of the actual DCU or anything like that or not, is because they don't know how much money it's going to make in the movie theaters and stuff like that. And they're like, yo, 100% promise you, if the movie doesn't make money, they're going to scrap it too. 100%, I promise you. Same with Shazam. Shazam always, James Gunn said Shazam is in a different place to where they can use that movie in the new DCU, and it is in that place. It never was cohesive to what was happening. Peacemaker was more cohesive with the DCEU than this was. So if they can bring this over, they could definitely do that to that. But 100%, they're not. I don't think there's that. I don't think Aquaman 2 warrants an Aquaman 3, especially when they want Jason Momoa to do another person. Like I'm pretty sure they want him to do Lobo. So I don't think he wants to do both. I think he would rather do Lobo, but if he can do both, he will. But like if this movie does good, he's not going to turn down money. What actor is, So Paradise Lost is going to be fire? Hell yeah, it is. I couldn't even tell Lady Sif died. I didn't know that was official because of the fact that they just never talked about it after that scene. Yeah, I don't think she died. Like she didn't die, but I'm just saying like the death scene because she lost her arm and she's like, oh, let me die. And then he's like, yo, you have to die in battle to go to Valhalla. All that type of bullshit. So, it's whatever. He is getting therapy right now and I'm happy for him. Facts. I actually think that James Gunn's Amazon show is going to be more Wheel of Time than Game of Thrones, just based on the feminist angle, but that's just me. I actually understand exactly what you're saying. I actually understand exactly what you're saying because Themyscira, i.e. Paradise Island, is in fact a island with nothing but women. So that definitely is going to be a lot more Wheel of Time-ish than Game of Thrones is. So that's actually a solid, what's it called? A solid point and observation, Marisu. I really like that. I like that one. Let's go ahead and pin that. I like that one a lot. Not going to lie to you. It all depends on if the movie makes money. If it doesn't, I'm pretty sure Ezra will be gone. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Didn't Ezra follow an older couple to their house and stalk them? I don't know. I think that's the one that is. There's a lot of things that don't necessarily line up and what we're not sure about, So we kind of just gotta. We kind of got to vibe out and see what happens. I'm all for cutting people slack for mental health, but there's no question now that Ezra is getting special treatment. Yes, that is very true. That is very true. That can't be overlooked at all. Do I have to watch other CW projects until I can watch Stargirl? No, I'm pretty sure Stargirl is like Titans and Doom Patrol and Swamp Thing and all those things. They're all standalone projects to where they don't necessarily cross over, even though I think there is like multiversal crossover shit that happens with the CW. But I haven't even watched that shit, so. Stargirl starts a fresh continuity from other CW projects. Facts. Remember that. In the Flashpoint animated movie, there's a conflict going on when he comes back. I imagine these following movies will be those heroes dealing with the conflict. Possibly, but I don't know. That's very possible, but I'm not sure. The Flash is basically going to be the live action start of New 52. Yes. I think the Flash is more going to be the reboot into that, and then I think Superman Legacy is going to be the start of the New 52. Like that's just how that's just like more. It's going to be the Flash's Flashpoint, and then James Gunn's DC universe is going to be the DC Rebirth. Basically, that's just what's going to happen. And the same thing with DC Rebirth. They wrote back basically all the characters, like all the shit that was the New 52 type of thing. They all wrote it back to be that way, kind of within the DC Rebirth, if I remember that storyline correctly. But you guys know I'm not a DC head like that, so I got to get through a couple more stories before. Peter teased Aquaman 3 last month. That's cool. Was the New 52 a storytelling failure in the comics? Yeah, I think DC Rebirth did a lot better than New 52, and that's why I've been kind of talking about the DC Rebirth more than the New 52 whole type of thing, because I know DC Rebirth kind of went over a lot better with the Green Lantern story that they were telling. Even the Flash's stories and stuff like that were pretty cool. So yeah. I forgot Amber Heard was in Aquaman and was removed from Aquaman 2. Yup. Yo, what's up, Jermaine Anderson? How you doing, G? I hope you're having a good one today. All right, we've been chit-chatting and vibing for a while now. We can get into, well, actually, before we get into the first thing that we have to talk about today, let's actually discuss that amazing, beautiful, incredible Flash trailer that we got, okay? That Flash trailer was definitely different, all right? Like, that thing was insane. Who has seen the Flash trailer in this heezy? Here we go. I haven't seen the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer still, actually, just so you guys know. So that's why I haven't really talked too much about it. I'll be probably watching that after this. So yeah. Yo, I mean, this trailer was freaking impeccable. Like, let's see. Like, bruh, I legitimately could not believe the sheer incredibleness that they gave us. I can't remember if we know this or not, but did Barry have like issues running as a kid in the DCEU? Is that part of like his lore? I can't really remember because as like when he was a kid running right there, like I'm not trying to make fun of that kid and how he runs, but it did seem a little purposeful that he was running like that compared to how the Flash runs. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying because the Flash runs weird. So I'm just saying, like, is that part of the lore aspect of what goes on with him? I really can't remember. Look at the ring, bro. The ring is insane. Hold on. The ring is crazy, fam. Like, woo, that ring is insanely, like, it just looks good, bro. It looks good. I like the little transition into it opening up. Oh my gosh, like that's just crazy right there. That's crazy. Yo, we got the confirmation that that Batflick is in this movie. Don't forget, BZ told us first, my G. We've been talking about this for a minute, that the man, the myth, the legend was going to be in here. And I'm super down. Bruh, this movie is about to be in freaking sane. Like, what? We're going back to the events of Superman, basically, but instead of Superman, guess what? It's not Superman, yo. Like, this is beautiful. Like, oh my God. Like, look at Zod, my guy. Do we deserve this movie? Like, like after all that shit the Snyder fans have put DC through, like, do we even deserve this movie, bro? Not the biggest fan of the cowl all the way. I think we've kind of talked about the cowl thing around here. I don't think anybody is a big fan of the cowl. Check this out. This is something that I saw. Hold on. Nope. This is something that I saw people talking about. Like, when, like, they're like, oh, because there's another part in this scene, in this trailer that we're going to see coming up in a second. And just remember how skinny she is. Like, they have kept her in a cell probably for her entire like life since she was a kid, that like when she got there. This is no doubt a universe where, very similar to how it was in like Flashpoint, in that universe where Superman was captured by the government and put in a red sun machine basically, and was kept away from the yellow sun so he wasn't able to absorb that energy and become Superman. And that's basically the same shit that they did to her right here. Like, that's beautiful storytelling. That's going to be amazing. I'm so hyped for that. Like, oh my God. Sasha Cale is going to do one hell of a job. Like, look at that. Oh my goodness. The Batcave looks tremendous. Like, I love it. I love how the Batcave looks. It makes me giddy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, seeing all of this, it makes me like a like, this shit is awesome. Like, bruv, This is straight out of like a cartoon. Like this isn't even real life in my brain. Like that's how this like look at that. That's all. Look at that shit, son. Look at that shit, son. Come on. This is awesome. This is truly incredible. Bruh. Like, how are you not hyped? How do you not get hyped from this trailer? Like, how do you not get hyped? Is it possible? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Am I incredible? Am I wait, what's Mr. Incredible's wife's name, yo? Elastigirl. In my Elastigirl voice. You feel me? This shit right here, I almost fainted. Look at this. The swoop down into the grab, into the mother. Oh, son. Come on, G. This movie is going to be ridiculous. This movie's going to be ridiculous. Like, bruh. Look at that. Like, this was my reaction. Like, how they look is my reaction all the way. Like, what? What the what, huh? What the How did that happen? I don't care how it happened. It's awesome. It's awesome. That shit is dope, son. That's the most Batman shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm gonna lie, when I first saw this trailer, I immediately thought that this was Christian Bale. Look at that. Everything looks so good. Behold! Like, that's like, no wonder why they wanted to put this shit on the oh my goodness. Like, no wonder why they wanted to put this on the Super Bowl, G. Like, look at that. Like, so much shit just happened. You can't even, like, your brain. Look at that. Wow. My man just made a tornado. Look at that. The gray suit with the black and the dark blue with the mother effing yellow utility belt. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is amazing, bro. Like, holy f***, this is insane. This is crazy. Look at that. What? I couldn't tell you if this is in the first 15 minutes, the last 30, or the climax of the movie. Like, I don't know where anything could fit in. Like, no doubt. That's like probably 45 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes of her being under that yellow sun. Or maybe even just immediately. That's obviously the same outfit that she was in when they found her with the whole skinny body. You feel me? Because she hadn't been in the sunlight. And then boom. Look at that. Like, look at that. Like, yeah, that shit about to be insane, bro. This is about to be so amazing. Like, I can't believe it, bro. Truly beautiful. Truly a beautiful trailer. One of the most beautiful one of the most beautiful comic book trailers I think we've gotten. Like, legitimately. Like, cause that shit felt like comic booky, you know? It felt super comic book like the entire way through, from front to bottom, from front to back, top to bottom, left to right. Everything about that felt like a comic book. And DC really excels at the flying, you know, just how flying looks and the realism that it brings. I think DC just does a really good job with it. I think everyone else. I think like Marvel has like a cool flying. You know what I mean? But it's nothing. It's nothing like groundbreaking or anything. But DC's flying is always very lit. It's like, oh shit. Like when you see Superman take off for the first time, you're like, oh shit. Like when you see Shazam jump off of the building and say Shazam and then fly away, you're like, oh that was awesome. You know, like those moments are always really like amazing. They do a really good job at capitalizing on that feeling of flying. Like even with Black Adam, the way my guy just flew everywhere and just breaking through walls without even like they just do a really good job with that all the time. So how we feeling about the Flash trailer, y'all? Let's jump into the comments and see how everyone's feeling after that. I hope we get 90s aesthetic Superman with the long hair and the black suit. Ooh, that would be very cool to see. I don't think we're going to get that right off the bat, but that would be really cool to see. Just a reminder, I'm Batman. The Flash show also made a point to show Barry was bad at running as a kid. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like kind of curious if they're doing like something like that with the movie, but I just can't remember if Justice League or if we hear that from Barry at any point in the DCEU, if he was bad at running or anything like that. I just can't remember. But I feel like for some reason that we did, but I may just be thinking about the show. This movie is going to be great. Yeah, I agree so much. My jaw audibly hit the floor when I saw Zod. This movie is a love letter to Snyder. It legitimately is. And the Snyder fans are still hating on it. Like, they're still hating on it. And that's what I can't believe. Like, I saw somebody say, I can't believe how bad this movie looks 10 years later. How come visual effects don't look as good as they do? And I'm like, bro, I'm literally trying to figure out why people can't figure out what the correlation is. Like, we know that visual effects artists have been overworked and underpaid for years now, especially with the higher demand of visual effects, not only in movies, but also in TV shows. Like, we know that this is an issue. So, like, don't be surprised with how the graphics look when we know that the visual effects artists are overworked and underpaid. Like, bro, like, what are we talking about? Like, just let's be happy we're getting these movies at all with how much stuff is coming out from everybody now. Like, And this always, leads me to circle back around to Disney needs to just have their own visual effects studio and not have any, like, outsource it to anyone else, create more jobs, the whole 9 yards. Like, that's just kind of what they need to do. I appreciate the fact that they show Keaton's scenes like Tim Burton and made him move like he's in the Burton movies. Ooh, I have not watched any of those movies, so I don't really know how he moves and what that looks like and how it feels, but definitely even saw people complaining about that. People will complain about anything nowadays, but I think that they capitalized on making him look how I feel like that Batman is. You know what I'm saying? From, like, as a person that's never seen the movies. There better be a T-Rex and a giant penny in that cave. Yo, for real. And the fabled shark spray. Yo, I think Michael Keaton's Batman is the one to give legitimately all of that stuff to. Like, he's the one that would be the OG Batman, like the Batman that we know, the Batman, like that, like all of those type of cliche stuff that we think like Batman would have from knowing his history. Like, Keaton is the one to have it. I'm not surprised my guy just flew down like he was on Arkham Knight and grabbed somebody and give them the full-blown souffle into the ground. Like, I'm not surprised about that at all. Like, that seems amazing. And I want more of it, to be completely honest with you. I'm just going to say Nolan never gave us Batman like we saw in that 100% we've never seen Batman that way. And that's how Batman is supposed to be. Like, Nolan didn't give us to that, and neither did Snyder. Like, Snyder gave us, like, Punisher Batman. Like, that wasn't even really Batman. That was like, what happens if you give Punisher the bat suit? Like, my guy, I'm not going to go into that because it irritates my soul a lot. But yo, like, that was Batman, my guy. And I think James Gunn's Batman is going to be a lot like that, like 100%. Did you see that blue and gray Batflick suit? Yo, I'm telling you, this shit is about to be crazy. Where our brains are going to legitimately melt out of our faces. Like, melt out of our faces. When he comes in, we know every theater in the world is going to be a football game. 100% when you see, like, yeah, 100%. You're so right. You're so right. Also, will DC get rid of Ezra even if this movie makes good money? Because you know the reasons. We kind of talked about that a little bit already, MJ. They might. They may. It is a possibility if Ezra Miller does get the help that they say that they are doing and whatnot. Pretty much this movie is going to be the swan song for Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton. Yeah, I mean, this is supposed to be the swan song for everything DCEU, like in my eyes, you know, like just everything DCEU for Zack Snyder, all of it. This is a definite swan song. I'm hoping that they give Sasha, what's her name, Sasha Cale? I'm hoping they just give Sasha Cale a blonde wig and make her Supergirl in the new DCU because Homegirl looked like she about to bring her A game into this movie. No lie. Oh, hold on. Something's tripping. What's happening? Okay, let's delete that real quick and add another browser source. Bam. Add. Open that up. Delete that. Copy it. Paste it. Close it. You know it. What's happening? I'm not sure why my chat just stopped working. Oh, wait. Is my internet tripping? No. The internet's not tripping. Yeah, everything's fine here. Pop out. There we go. Bring that back over here. Start from the beginning. Sorry about that, y'all. Just a smidgen of technical difficulties. All right, let's see. Where did we leave off? There we go. All right, it's back. It's back. Let's get that a little bit bigger. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
My bad, y'all.
A few moments later.
I know y'all wait. No, me. All right. Pretty much this movie, yeah. So this is gonna be the swan song for all of the DC universe, Zack Snyder, everything, yo. Like it like everything. I love that we don't even know the villain after that trailer. For real, because if anybody thinks that Zod is about to be the main villain, you are sadly mistaken. Because that's going to be, like, I think that's going to be done in, like, the first, like, legit, I hope this movie is about 2 hours 30, 2 hours 40. That's how long. I legitimately do not think any superhero comic book movie should be 2 hours or under. Every movie should be every superhero movie, comic book movie should at least be 2 hours and 30 minutes, if not more, because there's too much that you have to cover. There's too much that you have to do. And in superhero movies and in superhero / comic book movies, we want to see more than one superhero at this point now. Like we're past that point to where a superhero just needs to be the only hero in the movie. I don't think that should ever happen again. So, you know, we definitely need to see a little bit more of all of that type of stuff. And I think that the villain, I know we don't know who the hell Reverse Flash is yet, but I think that would be dope. And, you know, we're also going to get into some more stuff. We still have scoops and stuff like that to get into. So, you know, don't you guys go anywhere, because we definitely about to get into all the spicy news that we have about what's going to be going on in the future. That desert scene where she's killing people has to be the first 30 to 45 minutes. Yeah, I think so as well. Have you seen the TV spot footage? No, I don't think so. Flying looked kind of stupid in Man of Steel back in 2013. It's come a long way watching Black Adam. I really remember thinking, oh, they perfected it now. No, I agree with that. I mean, like that first launch when he flies, though, that was definitely iconic. But the flying, everything about Man of Steel was a little iffy for me, like the first watch. The second watch, I appreciated it a lot more than I did the first time. Like my second watch of Man of Steel, I was like almost like at a loss for words. But the first time, I was not amused. Just being honest, and I was younger at that point too. And even then, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" You know. So, but as like now, when I went because I rewatched it last year, 2022, when I was doing my whole DC going through DC animated stuff, and it was pretty awesome. So we'll see what happens, but I do think that the Black Adam flying was amazing. I think they did an incredible job with it. I kind of wish he would have had the cape the whole time. I like flying with the cape a lot more than without the cape. That's just my feelings. Like the flying in Eternals with my guy, what's his name? Icarus. Like that was pretty solid. You know what I mean? But you need you need to see there has to be, like, for me it works a lot better when you have a physical representation of seeing a person flying as well, other than just seeing a person go like this and then they're just moving, and that's why, like, at certain moments it looked really funny with The Rock. You guys all know that big head scene that they have of him with the screen, like right with the camera, like right here. Then my guy's head, like forehead, is right there and it's mad big. Like it was just a lot of weird shit like that. But you can't really show flying in any other way other than that, especially if a person's bald. Like there's no way to show that a person is accelerating at high speeds unless they're accelerating at high speeds through the air, and it looks dope. And they did a good job of that with the flying in Black Adam once again. He said something about never been able to run away from my problems, but that could be today too. Oh, that's actually a really good point. He definitely killed that man. He suplexed. Hey, that's a good point though. If you didn't kill him, that man's never gonna walk again for sure, for sure. Just keep her, but don't give her the blonde hair because I love that hairdo though. It's hot. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, yo, I think it would be a lot more dope to see her with the blonde hair though. I think it just fits better. I think it fits the Supergirl vibe better than the black hair does. But that's just me. I'm not a fan of the short black hair for Supergirl. I'm not. I'd rather see the long blonde hair for Supergirl, or long black hair for that matter. I don't know why that can't happen. But I'm any of that. Honestly, it never made sense that Supergirl is blonde because the L family are all brunettes. Supergirl was just blonde because sexual preferences in the 60s and 70s. Was she of the L family? Oh, she is Kara L, huh? Damn. That's a good point. Is Grandmama L blonde hair? Or is Granddaddy L blonde hair? Because I know Superman's parents and her parents. That's a good point. Damn. Mari Sue always coming through with the facts. I'm not gonna lie. That's a really good point. I know who the villain is. I'm keeping my mouth shut. Okay. I have a pretty good idea too, based on costuming, but I'm keeping my mouth shut too. I'm just not I don't want it to. It should be the Reverse Flash, but we haven't seen anything about the Reverse Flash. I don't want it to be like a negative Flash either. I don't want it to end up being the other Barry. Like kind of none of that shit, I'm kind of over all of that. This is my 4th watch of Man of Steel. Nice. The Rock flying scene is hilarious. No, it is hilarious. When he's like that shit's comedy. That's just comedy. Grandma has white hair. We've known her natural hair color. Oh, okay. Yeah, so damn, that's pretty wild. But I know they want to keep it more traditional with the comic books. James Gunn, especially, he's definitely a comic book junkie. So I think he does want to go with the blonde hair, and I think Sasha Cale with the blonde hair might be really dope. Like, I don't know. What? Hey, I'm not gonna lie. She actually probably would look pretty freaking dope as, like, with the blonde hair. Let's see. Open link in new window. This is not what I was just looking at. What the hell just happened? Open image. That's what I need to do. Open image in new window, not link. What the was that? It was walling. This is a fan-made thing, of course, but just a small idea of what it could look like. I think that's pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think she'd do a pretty damn good job at being like Supergirl, period. Oh shit. Is this Sasha Cale with the long hair? Supergirl? Actually, I think I would prefer this. Either way, I'm not really tripping, but either way. That's pretty dope too. Either way is pretty dope. I'm not going to lie. Both of those ways looked pretty solid. How does she have short hair if she was in a prison cell? They definitely didn't cut it for her. I think that might go back to her not having any nutrition from the sun or some weird shit like that. You know what I mean? Like maybe nothing was able to grow or develop for the lack of actual sunlight, nutrition, and having a good food source. I don't know. Because even that shit sounds dumb. But it's a possibility. That's still a possibility. Just because it sounds dumb doesn't mean it's wrong. Maybe she looks different with the blonde hair in the new universe. If they keep her, I'm done with that. Because it's going to be a reset. Yeah. If they're following the comics, she was kept in a red sun chamber and has no powers. Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm thinking is the red sun chamber is probably going to be a lack of everything. A lack of nutrients, a lack of all the stuff that she would need for her hair and all of those things to grow in a proper way. Because I believe with, you still have to have a solid health diet for everything to go on solidly. So she might be losing hair and shit. We don't know what could be going down. But that's funny. Kirby was like, I know they're not cutting it for her. Like that shit would be funny. Could you imagine? Like they just every every month they just come and cut her hair because they don't want it to be long. Like bro, what the fuck? That'd be so weird. All right, gents and ladies, it's time for the scoops. It is time for the scoop. So if you haven't already, make sure you drop a like and a share on the stream because it definitely helps out around here. Oh, shit. You know what? Real quick, I don't know if anybody has seen The Last of Us, but the newest episode of The Last of Us was balls to the wall incredible. Like, I think I cried. I'm not going to lie. I think I cried. I was like, oh, well, these feelings that I have, they come with tears because I just was not ready for that at all. So yeah, that definitely broke me. I just wanted to talk about that real quick. I just wanted to say that it broke me, and I don't think I'll ever be the same after watching that episode of The Last of Us. And if you guys watched it, I would love to hear how you felt about it, or a little review or rating or whatever in the comment section down below. Let me know how you feel. And before we get into the scoops of the day, just to let you guys know, you can now purchase Marvel Bros merchandise by visiting our website at www.marvelbros.com. That's MRVLbros.com. And don't forget to tag us on social media so we can see how you represent the Super Fam. We definitely appreciate all the love and appreciation from all of you guys. If you guys haven't already, drop a like we said, because it definitely does help out around here. And then if you're also looking for a little something to snack on while you watching Marvel Bros, I will always recommend to get you some Dom's Bomb Gourmet Popcorn.
Hi, my name is Dominique Pruitt, and I started Dom's Bomb Gourmet Popcorn LLC in the summer of 2021 to introduce delicious and unique flavored popcorn not found anywhere else in the world. Why, you ask? Because I make it in my home with love, just for you. We offer over 10 flavors and are continuously creating new flavors that can be customized to any color or taste for your next event, party, or fundraiser. So go find yourself to our website and find a bombastic flavor of popcorn at donsbombgourmetpopcorn.com, or you can also follow us on Instagram or Facebook at Don's Bomb Gourmet Popcorn.
Make sure y'all go and get some Dom's Bomb Gourmet Popcorn. Strawberry and cream is crazy. The jalapeno cheddar cheese is also crazy. Cookies and cream is pretty fire. Make sure y'all go get you some flavors and try it out. Let me know how y'all feeling, yo, because it's all pretty fire. I ain't gonna be a liar. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can do some, have Dom's Bomb Gourmet Popcorn as part of some giveaways for when we do, the end of the month giveaways and stuff like that. And we didn't get to do January's because your boy was sick and stuff. So maybe we'll just loop 2 into this next week. All right. Scoop time. I love some ice cream. Oh, yeah, it's definitely scoop time. I haven't seen the episode yet. Oh, you got to check it out. I wish I had money for that banana pudding flavor. Yeah, it's crazy fire. I won't even be here when it gets here next week anyway. Damn. Yeah, it be like that, family. It definitely be like that. All right, y'all. Without further ado, let's get into these scoops, yo. Let's get into these scoops, all right? The scoops is scooping today. I'm not going to lie to you. And, of course, you guys already know these scoops are coming at us from the man, the myth, the legend, Mike Beasley himself. You know he's been coming through with the crazy scoops for a while now. And this one is right on the line of crazy scoops that we've been getting, yo. These are fire. So the first one that we have today is pertaining to the Flash movie that we were just now talking about. So let's get it popping, yo. Let's get it popping. All right, let's get it popping. First scoop is regarding the Flash, as I just said. Let's check it out. Oh my God, that's not the right thing at all. There we go. So, we know that since James Gunn took over and axed the Snyderverse, the Flash movie will be the last time we see these characters together. Originally, the final ending had Sasha Cale Supergirl, Henry Cavill Superman, Ben Affleck's Batman, and Michael Keaton's Batman all meeting together before the post-credit scene of Cavill and Brainiac appearing. Those extra scenes have been removed for obvious reasons. However, there will still be notable cameos in this film. I told you over 2 years ago that Grant Gustin will appear in the film to pay off the Ezra Miller cameo on the CW. That is still happening. But now the ending has changed to show that the DCU is opening that multiverse with a simple cameo. A mystery character is to appear to indicate the multiverse is wide open. This character is someone we've seen before, so not a new character. So who is it? And just right off the back, I'd like to say this is amazing. This is amazing and this is fire right off the back. I mean, it's very unfortunate that we're not going to get the post-credit scene and the ending that we were supposed to get with it, like kind of the team up of the multiverse coming together to fight against Brainiac. Like that all sounds so fire, it's ridiculous. And we know that's what we were supposed to be getting from the DCEU, and we know that's not what we're getting anymore. But it's awesome to see that Grant Gustin is going to be appearing in this movie. I think it, and like it's like we see right here, it's paying off for when Ezra Miller showed up as a cameo on the CW, which was awesome. And once that happened, we were like, oh wait, that means we can get a vice versa and have Grant Gustin kind of show up in the movies, because that would be awesome, because we haven't seen that yet. And this would be a great way to do it. Like, I would, like that would be crazy lit. Like, that would be crazy lit. But, I mean, we've known that Grant Gustin was supposed to be here, like, in this movie for a while now, so that's kind of not why it's a huge surprise. And I was 100% certain Grant Gustin was showing up in this movie as well. Like, come on, G. Like, how do you not have... I said it from the very jump when we found out that, we had the Flash movie ending. The Flash show ends like literally like a week or two before the Flash movie comes out, and I was like, bro, once we found that out, I was like, bro, there's no way that they're not gonna have Grant Gustin be in this movie. I wouldn't be surprised if they put it in a trailer somewhere just because of how fire that would be. But this is insane. Like, if we really see this, I think my face will melt off. I'm in the boat of Grant Gustin taking over as the Flash as well. I'm not gonna lie. I'm super in the boat of Grant Gustin taking over as the Flash. I think that would be the best way to do it. For real, for real. I'm not going to lie. I think that would be one of the best ways to do it. And I'm super hype about this. Like, I can't wait to see it happen. This is going to be insane. This movie is going to be wild, bro. I mean, this movie is going to be wild. Just look at that trailer. Look at what we've got. It would be crazy lit to see Grant Gustin as oh my God. Could you imagine if that's why we don't know who the villain is yet? Because it's going to be Grant Gustin as the Reverse Flash. Holy shit. Take all of my money immediately. Oh my God. That would be so dope, bro. Like, Grant Gustin as the Reverse Flash would probably melt my freaking brain holes, bro. Like, whoa, I wouldn't even know what to do if that happened. I wouldn't know what to do with that. I don't think anyone would know what to do if that happened. I think we would all basically have a collective gasp and immediate pass out. Like, I think that's kind of what would happen. Not going to lie. But that's not it. This character, right? There's a mystery character that is supposed to appear to indicate that the multiverse is wide open. This character is someone we've seen before. It's not a new character. So who is it? Christian Bale! Originally, he turned down the cameo. But money talks, so the Flash will meet the Dark Knight. By all accounts, I'm hearing that this movie is phenomenal, and Ezra Miller is absolutely amazing. I'm hearing this film has incredible rewatchability and is one of the best comic book movies of all time. A timeless movie that has a chance to be a classic along the lines of Back to the Future classic. They just got a slam dunk with having Bale return after booting everyone else. Not a bad way to sneak some heat in. If this movie does well, and Zaslav certainly thinks it will, Ezra will be the Flash moving forward. Staying on the subject, we talked about the sequels a while back, and Legion of Doom is to form, and that is still the case, as Gorilla Grodd will be coming to the sequel as well. This is insane, okay? This is definitely insane. This isn't necessarily saying that Christian Bale is going to be the Batman that we get for Batman Brave and the Bold. It just means that the multiverse is going to be open by showing that by showing him as one of the Batmans. Kind of very similar to what happened with Professor X in Multiverse of Madness, right? Like, in Multiverse of Madness, we saw Professor X and we saw other multiversal characters that let us know that the multiverse was open. The Flash, in all accounts, is definitely DC's Multiverse of Madness movie. Like, that's just what that's just what it is at this point. So, and I 100% thought that was Christian Bale in the trailer. I mean, even in the trailer reaction that I did, you guys, which is up for you guys to check out on the channel, I immediately was like, yo, that bike, I thought it was Christian Bale's bat bike, I guess, at first, yo. So all these announcements that we're hearing right now is shaping up to have the Flash movie be the biggest movie comic book wise that we've seen, next to Multiverse of Madness type of vibe that brings all characters together. Well, that was really Spider-Man No Way Home that did it a little bit better. Secret Wars is going to really be that movie that does it for Marvel. But this movie is going to basically introduce us to the multiverse of all the different Batmen and all the shit that we haven't seen in a minute. And I am so here for it, and I think it would be so raw to see all of the Batman working together to try to beat Grant Gustin's Reverse Flash. No, I'm just talking shit, but that would be awesome, bro. Like, give it to me. Like, oh yeah. That's not it, y'all. But wait, there's more. Last week, we talked about the Bat family in the League of Assassins and Joe Manganiello, Jesus, Deathstroke being in the film. Today, there's more. Man-Bat will be in the film also, following the storyline where he was kidnapped by the League and doing experiments for them, similar to the Gotham Knights game. Man-Bat and Damian do have a history in Damian's early comic book appearances. However, he won't be Man-Bat just yet. He will be Kurt Langstrom. Again, Affleck is one of the names being considered to direct this film, but he is also being considered for the Superman film, though I'm sure Gunn will handle all things on that film. Like, sheesh. Like this is crazy. This is insane right now, yo. Like, this is wild. I have been wanting to see Man-Bat for a while. I'm not going to lie to you. I have been wanting to see Man-Bat for a while. It's been a minute since I saw Man-Bat. And I think Peacemaker introduced Batmite, right? If I'm not mistaken. So it's definitely possible to see that take place and happen. I wouldn't be surprised and I wouldn't be against it at either, like in any shape, way, or form. So I'm super hyped and actually quite pumped for all of the things that we're hearing about this right now. Super hype. All right. I think that's all the stuff for what? Oh my God. My bad. That was insane. I apologize, you guys. That was on me. Okay. I think that was it for the DC stuff, and now we have Marvel stuff. But let's talk about the DC stuff before we move into the Marvel stuff. I want to know how you guys feel, so let's get into the discussion about it. I wish I had space in my calorie budget for banana pudding. Yo. Brainiac, huh? Yeah. That was it at first. I don't know who the villains and stuff and whatnot's going to be now, but at first Brainiac was going to be the next villain for Man of Steel 2. And we were going to see Brainiac kind of take over Cyborg and just different things like that were going to happen. So I don't think any of that stuff is happening anymore, but that's what was going to happen initially. I figured Gustin was going to be there. Yeah, I think kind of we all figured. I'm kind of mad that I know Grant will be in it. Like, I would have had a heart attack if I'd been surprised with that. I agree. I agree with that a lot. It definitely would have been it would have been pretty fire. I don't think it really takes it away too much, but it does. Because it's still like not 100%. But I mean, how much stuff have we been wrong about? So I kind of feel you, you know. But for me, it's a lot of hype. It builds the hype. It lets me be able to kind of like get people to see that movie in theaters that might not want to see it, because we need these movies to do well if we want the future of DC to be bright. And that's kind of what I preached about with Black Adam before that movie. I was like, yo, everybody, we got to see this movie. Everyone needs to see this movie, you know? And it's kind of like knowing Henry Cavill was going to be at the end of Black Adam. It was like, it would have been awesome to not know that, but it definitely hyped me up even more to go see the movie. You know what I mean? It didn't really ruin my experience all the way, because when bruh pulled up, I was like, oh shit. Like, that's legitimately how it was. Like, I was like, brother, it's true. Like the everything that we heard was true. Like, yeah, let's go. And that's kind of the difference, is I get hyped about the confirmation of the scoops that we had instead of being kind of bummed about the spoilers, I guess. So I guess it's just a different perspective. So My bad, I guess. Gustin Reverse Flash would be insane. That would be freaking crazy, bruv. That would be freaking crazy, bruv. I would be so down for that. Like, I would be so down for that, bro. Or if you watch the trailer, one of the Ezras is dressed in a lot of yellow. Like, or check this out. What if Ezra becomes like Reverse Flash and like is going throughout the universe, like smacking all of the Flash's moms type of thing. And then they make like him the Reverse Flash. And then Grant Gustin is coming to like, because bruh killed his mom or something like that. I think that would be cool. I think that would be dope. I think that would be a pretty cool twist on it. Instead, to be like, nah, bro, this Flash killed his mom instead of Reverse Flash killing his mom, and that's what's different about this because bro smacked his mom and then went all the one and was like, bro, there could only be one, and then just went through and started smacking all the Flash's moms to create more Flashes. Even that kind of like a Rick and Morty type of vibe, because I think that's what happened to Rick and Morty, right? I think the Citadel of Ricks smacked the main Rick's wife and daughter, and then that's what made Rick the most Rick of all the Ricks, is because he lost his stuff due to other Ricks that were trying to make him the most Rick of all the Ricks, and it worked. And maybe that's kind of like a Flash story or something. I know I kind of went tinfoil hat there for a second. I apologize. The Flash looks incredible and can't wait. Hope to get in the Flash. Pfeffer's Catwoman, Cage's Soups, Bale's Batman, Grant's Flash, Wilson Bethel as Reverse Flash. That's actually not a bad thing. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually pretty W. Those are pretty W things to want to check out. Nicolas Cage as Superman. Yeah, I would love to see that. Hope this sets up a Batman Beyond film with Keaton as Old Man Bruce and Timothy Chalamet as Terry. Ooh, that would be crazy. OMG. Yo, Mari Sue. Yo, you must have been pretty damn hyped about that shit. Yo, Mari Sue immediately got spicy. Yo, you got excited. Lewis says, excited for the Brave and the Bold. If not Bale, hope to get Josh Brolin as Batman, Tom Holland as Damian, Grace as Batgirl, Dylan O'Brien as Nightwing, Viggo Mortensen as Ra's al Ghul. Josh Brolin as Batman is not it. I'm sorry, fam. He's way too old, G. Like, his Batman would be Michael Keaton's Batman. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of that type of vibe. That's that type of vibe. So I'm cool. I'm cool with whatever we get. I think it's going to be amazing. And I don't want a big actor. Like, this is something that we all have to like really think about and remember when it comes to this. We cannot be expecting huge names to be anyone in this new universe, like in this new DCU at all, because they need actors that aren't as known so they can pay them less monies. They need to pay them less monies. And I think we talked about this too. Like, there needs to be contracts that are written out that you're gonna appear in more than one film, my G. You're gonna appear in more than one film. The films that you star in, you'll get a big portion of. The films that you cameo in, you're not gonna get a big portion from. Like, and then the younger actors are definitely gonna be willing to take a pay cut. We know that Batman is gonna be older than Superman in the new DCU. Batman's gonna have a son that's around 8 years old. So a Batman that's older than him, all taking all that, he's probably like mid-30s. Not mid, early to mid-30s, not mid to late 30s. He's definitely, like, I expect Batman to be in the range from like 27 to 33. Like, that's probably how old Batman is going to be, and I'm expecting Superman to be about 25, like legitimately, like 23 to 25, in that area. Like, that's the age that I'm kind of expecting for those guys to be, respectfully, because, you know, like, you can have a Batman can have a kid at 18, you know what I mean, or and be 28 with a kid. That's very possible, you know, with the 8-year-old. That's basically me, actually. So that's definitely possible, you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm down for any of that. Hope to get Giancarlo Esposito as Brainiac. That looked yeah. That would be pretty cool. that looked an awful lot like Bale's bat cycle. Yeah, exactly. That's immediately what I thought. Like, I thought that immediately. I was like, wait a damn minute. Is that the bat cycle? But it's I don't think it, is it Batflick? I don't know if it's Batflick. I thought that was Other Breath, so I'm not sure. Everybody might have a bat cycle though, so who knows? Shit. And you know Grant Gustin would be so down to be the Reverse Flash. Bro, that would be such a different take for him to do. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, kinda. I don't know if we've seen Barry be Evil Barry yet. I don't know. Maybe I'm forgetting because I haven't watched a lot of The Flash in a fat minute. So I'd be down for that though. Sorry, Spicy Marisu has joined the chat. Yeah, Spicy Marisu joined the chat for sure. I was like, Marisu, what? Yo, Josh Brolin as a Dark Knight Returns style of Batman. Yeah, that's cool. That's it's cool. What if, and hear me out, we get Bruce's actor from Gotham as Nightwing? I'm actually really down for that. I'm really down for him as Nightwing or for him as Other Bruh. Because I know there's, the Tim Drake, that Robin. Because we've heard that we're supposed to get the whole Bat family in Batman Brave and the Bold. So we got to kind of figure out who everyone's going to be. Oh, my God. If you want a younger Batman pick for me, Nicholas Hoult. Let's see. I actually want to see who Nicholas Hoult is. Because I haven't heard a lot of young Batman. The Riddler? You talk about the Riddler? No, I'm just playing. I don't know. I can't get behind that. I'm sorry. He's way more Robin-ish to me. Isn't this Beast from the Days of Future Past stuff? I believe it is. I can't do that. That doesn't work for me. Sorry, G. I can see him as like, I don't know, someone else. Carmen Bicandova is still a great Catwoman. I don't even know who that is. Oh yes, no, I agree. She killed it. She's from the Gotham show. Every freaking actor in Gotham did a extravagantly splendid job. Like extravagantly splendid job. Like for real. Like they did really good with that show. The show is solid. Bicandova as Batgirl would be nice as a reunion for them. I would actually like that. him as Nightwing and her as Batgirl. That would be pretty solid. That'd actually be pretty solid. Because David Mazos, who played young Bruce, he works super good for me as young Bruce. But I don't know how I feel about him being like, like Batman, Batman and Bruce, like those people, like young Bruce, not yet Batman, perfect. But once it gets to being actual Batman, it's like, he's not the Riddler. Yeah, I was just saying he looks like the Riddler to me. The Riddler from the Gotham show, he kind of reminds me of that, to be completely honest. Just take the Gotham cast and move them to the DCU, make Gordon Batman. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know about Gordon as Batman. But that show was solid, though. I'm not going to lie to you. Ooh. But I definitely think that they should take characters from every aspect of everything that they had and put it all together in the new DC universe, Because that's what a lot of stuff is anyway. Like, take every actor that's ever been anyone in anything that's DC and recast them as something new in the DCU, cut them new checks and contracts because they gonna love that new money, and then keep it going. You feel me? Yeah, unfortunately, David Mazouz never had a growth spurt. Yeah, he never hit. He just never had. He did never hit it. Like my guy's like, he's only 21 right now, so he's still. It's okay that he can still be in his baby phase a little bit, you know. But he does look mad young. Like he got like freeze framed. He definitely got freeze framed in time. But I guess you do have to have kind of an older Batman if you do have him having Damian Wayne already. Because in order for Nightwing to be that old, maybe you do need to have like a 40-year-old Batman if you want to actually have a Nightwing that's like the age of in the 20s age, right? Because that's how old. Like you need Nightwing to be in his like mid 20s so he can be that big brother figure to Damian Wayne. So you would need Batman to then be in his 40s so he could actually be that father figure to Damian Wayne that he was. I don't know. I guess it really depends on what they're going to do. We're going to have to see. But yeah, yo, I think these are dope. I think seeing Grant Gustin and Christian Bale in there would be amazing. And I think Man-Bat, having him as an addition into the Batman Brave and the Bold, I think that would be solid. I don't know how dope it would be, but you know, it is what it is. And I just can't wait for the Flash movie. Good God, I think it's gonna be incredible. I truly do. Will love Sadie Sink as Batgirl. Yeah, I think that's what Derpy said as well. Dr. Derp. He was like, "Yo, Sadie Sink as Batgirl is life," and I was like, "Nah, you're right. That is pretty dope." Derpy actually did a really good job at casting a lot of the characters. So if you guys haven't checked it out, definitely join the Discord and check out the DC chat. And if you just scroll up, that's where Derp's been putting a lot of his fan castings, and they've been pretty A1. I'm not gonna lie to you. Honestly, I'm not sure the Batman timeline of Robins makes sense. Damian is what? The fourth Robin? Batman should be pushing 50? Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking as well. It's like, how are we going to do that? Like, unless we just have a shorter time frame for everything, right? Because Batman has to meet Robin. And he has to be like at least 25. Batman does when he first meets Robin. When Robin is like 8, right? Like and then the age, yeah. So I don't know how they're gonna do that. Actually, now, I'm actually kind of confused as to what happens. But in this picture right here, for all intents and purposes, though, like to be completely honest, in this picture that we have, Batman could be 50 right here. Like 100%, just because of how Batman is. He probably is 50 in the, like, right here. I'm not going to lie to you. So it doesn't really take away having like a 45 to 50-year-old Batman, right? Like that doesn't hurt us too much. But in that case, like, why is, I know why it's not Ben Affleck because, you know, money. But I don't know. But like this Batman has to be 50 because look at how old Damian is. Damian's not even 8. This man's like 13, 14 maybe. Jason 3-year break, Dick 3-year break, Tim 3-year break, Damian 3-year break. Dick Grayson is first. You got the names right, but you got the order wrong for show. Dick is Dick, then Jason, then Tim, then Damian, right? Ain't that how it is? I don't think they just did that for Titans. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. So what is that? 3, 6, 9, 12. Right? So that's 12 years. So 25, 12. So he's what? 37, 38? I could go 37, 38 for a Batman. I could actually go 37, 38, right? Like, could you guys go 37, 38? Damian is 15 in that? Oh, well, then Batman's for sure 50 here. I could go for like a 37, 38-year-old Batman. Because Ben Affleck ain't Ben Affleck like 50? I don't know how old. I don't know how old these people are. Oops. Yeah, Ben Affleck is 50. So, somebody like 20, 22 years younger, I'm definitely down for that. I'm definitely down for that. All right. Let's get into the Marvel talk now, yo, because it's about to be Marvel talk now. I'm so hyped to talk to you guys about all this Marvel stuff. So let's get into it. So, we've discussed a few things from Doctor Strange 3, mainly Joaquin Phoenix in talks to play one of the villains. But as always, there's more. The update. This film was originally going to come after Secret Wars, but it is now being fast-tracked to hit before. Why? This movie is going to introduce a team that I shared would be in Secret Wars, and that team is Midnight Suns. Doctor Strange 3 will set up Midnight Suns and be a part of Midnight Suns. Shouldn't surprise you. We talked about this team quite a bit, and like I said before, this is way too big for just one film, which takes me to the next topic. Yo, so we are going to see Doctor Strange 3 come before Secret Wars, and that movie is going to introduce Midnight Suns, which will have Doctor Strange on the team, which is freaking amazing. Are you kidding me? This is awesome. It is go time for everybody. Like, this is amazing, yo. This is amazing. And I would love to see Joaquin Phoenix be Nightmare. I'm just saying. I think Joaquin Phoenix being Nightmare would probably be incredible, bro. Like, incredible. Because we know Nightmare was supposed to be the villain for Doctor Strange 2 at first. Like, when we got that announcement about Doctor Strange 2 and everything we heard about, it was all supposed to be focused on Nightmare. But now it's actually, but we see that it turned into Multiverse of Madness, focusing on Scarlet Witch instead, furthering her story and stuff like that. And now this could be possibly the movie that we get with Nightmare. And I think Nightmare is a perfect villain for the Midnight Suns as well. Like, I think all of that would work really well together. And I would be super hyped if the team actually looked like what we see right here with Ghost Rider, Blade, Wolverine, Punisher, Moon Knight, Doctor Strange. I think that would be awesome. But Black Knight would probably be in there somewhere as well. And then I think Scarlet Scarab. I think we could probably think about her being on the Midnight Suns. I think that's very possible. But yeah, yo, this is awesome. I would love to know how you guys are feeling about the Midnight Suns being introduced in Doctor Strange 3. I think it would be really incredible. I think it would definitely be a W for just overall, yo. Like, just like, I think that would be super, super fire, bro. Like, this sounds so raw. Like, legitimately. All right, like I said before, this Secret Wars is way too big for just one film, which takes me to the next topic. Remember, we talked about Chloe Bennett returning as Quake in Secret Invasion, and she will be a mutant. Well, that appearance is to set up the next appearance in Secret Wars, where she will return, but this time with the entire cast of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yes, you read that correctly, with Coulson included. Originally, Feige wanted to include them in Infinity War and Endgame, but ultimately figured it would be too much to try to introduce new characters to an audience unfamiliar, so he thought it best to keep them in a separate universe. That's right, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not canon. Debate over, LOL. But the concept of Secret Wars variants from alternate universes, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. being from an alternate universe participating in this battle. It's all hands on deck. So again, way too big for one film, and I'm going to keep saying that. Stay tuned. So we're going to get the entire cast of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Most likely, as we see in this picture right here. I'm super down for that. I think Chloe Bennett being introduced into the MCU is probably a W. Interesting that they're choosing to make her a mutant instead of an Inhuman, but I know they don't want to go too deep with Inhumans anyway. I know we heard rumors last year sometime that the Marvels might introduce Inhumans into the MCU, and we would have Black Bolt as well making his appearance in that movie, and it would be the same actor as well as all of that stuff. So I think that's very possible. I'm not too sure about it, but that's definitely something that could happen. But once again, I just don't know if it will. I think I'm pretty down for that to happen if it does. I think it sounds awesome. I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think that show is actually really solid. I know a lot of people don't. I know not everyone thinks that movie is solid, but I am one of the people that do think that movie is actually pretty solid. I really appreciate it for what it is. And it just, I would love to see it introduced into the MCU. I think not having Coulson, not having, all of these great actors and whatnot in the MCU has definitely been a downfall for it a little bit, without a lot of that canonicity, for lack of better words. But I would love for them to wrap that in there somehow, and it'd be like something to do with Kang. I'm super down for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to basically turn into Agents of S.W.O.R.D. I would really like that. I think that would be really dope to see occur. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. turns into Agents of S.W.O.R.D., and we kind of get all of these same characters, but instead of being with S.H.I.E.L.D., they're with S.W.O.R.D. And then that's where Coulson's been, and we get a small retcon to where it's not everything that happens, in the show, but the characters are similar things are happening, so on and so forth. I would really like that. I'm all the way here for it. This show was solid, and I think the introduction or having them in not only Secret Invasion but also Secret Wars would be a pretty amazing and dope addition to what is going to be Secret Wars. And like we've talked about, Secret Wars is going to spread across everything, as it should. I would really like it if Secret Wars even spread into some comic book stuff, even Fortnite. We could even have Fortnite stuff pop into the Secret Wars, because we know that Fortnite is part of the comic universe low key somehow. Because I'm pretty sure that stuff that happened with Thor back in the day, I think that was canon to something. So I'm pretty sure Fortnite universe is canon somehow, some way, somewhere. But yeah, I'm super down for this. I'm super hyped for this, and I can't wait to see what is going to happen. And I would love to know how you guys feel about all the Marvel news that we just talked about. So let's jump into the comments and see how you guys feel. Oh, Marsu said, I gotta go. Happy Monday, people. Hey, much love to you, Marsu. Thanks for kicking it with us. Thanks for being all spicy on this lovely Monday. I hope you have a vibe-tiddly-tastic rest of your day, mademoiselle. Like I said, I'm giddy right now. Yeah, I feel that, bro. I feel that. I definitely felt the giddiness as well, because Midnight Suns is fire. Nightmare has to have a sidekick. Venom would be cool here, but Sony won't let that happen. Yeah, Venom would be a dope sidekick for him. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's gonna be cool no matter who we get. And I don't know if he necessarily does need a sidekick, depending on what they do with him. But if he does need a sidekick, they can definitely do something spicy. I would love to see just a lot of other dope-ass characters be introduced through that movie in a lot of different ways. Hope this happens with that poster. Hope to get Tom Hardy as the Wolverine and Keanu Reeves as Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider. That would actually be a pretty solid thing to do. But I wouldn't want those actors necessarily, because once again, we want people that can that'll take their schedules and be able to be in multiple things. And I don't think Keanu Reeves is necessarily going to be able to be in a lot of MCU movies, because he has the whole John Wick universe that's spiraling out, as well as a lot of other things, because he's Keanu Reeves. You feel me? But I would like that, Lewis. That's a good point. That's a good idea. Hope to get Scarlet Witch in Doctor Strange 3. I don't. I want Scarlet Witch to get her own project next. That's the next time I want to see. I mean, I would be okay with seeing her in Agatha Coven of Chaos and then getting a solo film for Scarlet Witch. But I mean, Elizabeth Olsen deserves it, and then Scarlet Witch also deserves it. She's a solid enough character. The hype for WandaVision was up there enough for her to stand alone on her own. On her own 2 feet type of thing in a movie, and it could be like a villain movie or whatever. I'm down for that, for real. Wolverine is canonically 5'4". We need a shorter actor for him. Yeah, I feel that. Hope this happens. Hope to get all 4 Punishers too. Yeah, that would be cool. If we get the entire cast, are we getting to see Ghost Rider here? Oh, that's a good point. Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. going into the MCU as a Ghost Rider. That could be possible, but I don't think they're going to count him in it because I don't know, because Robbie Reyes really wasn't an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. towards the end when they started doing all the space shit and whatnot, So it's possible, though, for sure. Hope so, and hope he gets his intro in Blade. Ooh, that would be cool. Ghost Rider's intro in Blade. I think that would be nice. We should have gotten a S.H.I.E.L.D. movie. Captain America 2 doesn't count. I feel that. I agree. It's kind of weird. I mean, they wanted to give S.H.I.E.L.D. a show. It's just that the creators of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they went so off the wall and off the Richter scale that there's no way that it could be canon to the MCU. I've been trying to tell people that for a long time. Like, I don't know how Kevin Feige would just expect everyone to look at every single thing that's happened in that movie as canon. It's just not possible. It's just not possible, bro. And that show is canon. I mean, it's not possible. Same thing with like Daredevil. It's just not possible for those things to have been existing in the same. Daredevil's a little bit more lenient. I guess it is more possible for that to have existed. But the whole events with like the hand and the earthquakes and the shit like that, I just can't see that happening in the MCU and it not being looked at somehow, some way. Like Kevin Feige I think his cleanup crew is a little bit too quick for that one. Excited for Ant-Man 3 and hope to get variants of Avengers that got kills fighting Kang, played by Norton's Hulk, Hemsworth's Thor, Renner's Hawkeye, John Krasinski's Cap, Emily's Black Widow. That's a lot to ask for from Quantum Mania. I'm not gonna lie, fam. I think that's something that we could definitely see like Secret Wars, but I do think that would be really dope to see in Quantum Mania. It's just see like him talking about, oh, I've killed Avengers before, and then we get that type of back, like the flashback that we got in Multiverse of Madness when they smacked Doctor Strange because of his use of what he did. That was awesome, and I could definitely see getting some type of flashback like that as well in Quantum Mania when he's just wrecking shit and it's all like variants. I think that would actually be really awesome. To think about that, actually, we did see not a Black Widow. We did see a trailer where we saw Kang fighting with like a forest behind him. Now that I think of that, because of what you said just now as well, that forest that he was fighting in does kind of seem like the same forest that we see at the beginning of, what is that, Age of Ultron, when they're like in the snow and they're all fighting and shit like that. That does kind of seem like it could be that same forest, and he's like there sneaking or something. I don't know. That would actually be pretty solid if that was it. That would actually be pretty solid if that was that. That just made me think of that when you said that, because I was like, that would be cool to see Kang fighting him. And then I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. That trailer that we see when he has like that forest behind him, that forest does look pretty similar to the forest that we see the Avengers in. I would be really down for that. We should get at least one Super Skrull in Secret Wars. I think we should get the Super Skrull in Secret Invasion, to be completely honest. But I do agree, we should see a Super Skrull in Secret Wars for sure. Especially, yeah, we really should, for sure. Speaking of Daredevil, could it be possible to see Ben Affleck as the Devil of Hell's Kitchen once more in Secret Wars? That would be pretty freaking awesome to see Ben Affleck return as Daredevil. for Secret Wars. That would be really cool. That would be really, really cool. I would be super down for that. Because there's already going to be so many variants in Secret Wars as is, so that's definitely possible. Hope the post-credit scenes are the first one, Cassie meeting Hulkling, setting up Young Avengers, and the second, Doctor Doom getting out of the quantum realm. We know that I think Hulkling pretty much just got cast for Agatha Coven of Chaos, if I'm not mistaken, and that would be a cool way to kind of introduce him in the show. We also know that we don't know who the hell Cassie built the quantum beacon with, because she built it with somebody. In the trailer, she says, me and my friend built it, and it does a little beacon to the quantum realm. We know that, and we don't know who her friend is. It would be cool if her friend was like Hulkling or one of those other Young Avengers we just don't know yet. Or like she's been like pen palling with Ironheart. Like that would be cool or something like that, you know? If she's like in a genius group chat or something, and it's like Ironheart and the young lad from Miss Marvel who was hella smart, you know, like, and like it's just a whole bunch of little geniuses like that, and they're all talking. Like I think that would be really cool. What if Kang has Ultron down there? That would be dope. That would be dope, and I wouldn't put it past him. But I think his technology is too advanced to even have a need for Ultron. I think his technology is like a seamless type of thing to where the AI is like almost him or something wild like that. Probably with Cox's Daredevil. Yeah, I want both. I want both of them. I meant Invasion. Sorry, too many secrets in the MCU. Way too many secrets. Probably in Armor Wars. I don't know what you're talking about. Her friend is Squirrel Girl. That would be awesome. I think Janet dies in Ant-Man 3, and Scott and a variant of Kang loses and gets stuck in the quantum realm, and another variant of Kang gets out, setting up the Kang dynasty. Ooh, I like that. I honestly think the whole Ant family dies except for Cassie. Like, I would be so down for that. Ultron is probably in Armor Wars. Ooh, I would really like that. I would really like that because they definitely set it up in the background multiple times for Ultron to make a comeback. We were talking about that in Mike Beasley's Discord the other day. Like, yo, they gave us Spider-Man finding an Ultron bot's head, and then they gave us Ultron actually being in Multiverse of Madness. Like, bro, there's no way that they're not like, hey, don't forget about, you know, Ultron's still here. Don't forget about him. I think that's definitely what they're doing. Ultron and Kang get out, or maybe they use like Ultron as part of like MODOK's like AI or something like that. Michael Douglas says he's coming back for Ant-Man 4, so he lives. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Him not dying kind of makes sense. I think it would be dope if him and Wasp survive. That would be pretty wild. Him and Wasp survive. That would be pretty wild. Weekend of Ultron needs to be an actual Age of Ultron. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that completely. Wasp most likely lives in Ant-Man 3. Yeah. They most likely all live and just badly get like almost dead. But Janet dying, I think that would be a really good point to have. Like, oh yeah, you saved your mom from the quantum realm, and then y'all got snapped for 5 years, and then you guys came back. Y'all had a couple years to that. Guess what? Y'all back in the quantum realm, and your mama die again. Like, damn, that's crazy. I think MODOK gets out with Kang, setting him up for the Kang dynasty. Yeah, MODOK definitely gets out. Unless he dies. That would be sad. Wasp dying and someone else getting the suit could happen since she's sometimes on the Young Avengers. Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. That's very possible. Did the snap affect people in the quantum realm? No, it's a completely different dimension, so it would have nothing to do with the snap. I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons why nothing happened to Scott Lang. I think William Jackson Harper is a variant of Kang who is a good guy. I also think that. I think the same thing. I think we were just talking about that last week or the week before because we were like, we don't know who William Jackson. Wait, no, people said that William Jackson Harper is playing someone. I thought that, and then everyone was like, no, he's playing so and so. Quaz. That's who he is. He's Quaz. And don't ask me who Quaz is because I have no idea. Different dimension with its own stones? No, it's not like that. It's just a different dimension altogether. So the Infinity Stones don't have effect there. Very similar to how the Infinity Stones didn't have any effect in the Time Keeper in the TVA. Like it's very similar to that. I think this also sets up another variant of Kang for Loki season 2. There's already a variant of Kang for Loki season 2 for sure though, because at the end of Loki season 1, we see the statues of Kang in the foyer basically, and that statue of Kang does not look like He Who Remains, and it also doesn't look like the Kang that we see with the scars in his face from Ant-Man Quantum Realm, so Quantum Mania. So we already have like another variant of Kang for that is different from the variant of Kang that we have from this altogether. Yeah, but not all variants of Kangs are called by that name, like He Who Remains. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. But what does Quaz do? I can't think of what Quaz does. Quaz Marvel. I guess he's just a telepath. Hmm. I know it isn't, but what is it does in the movies and they bring back people Thanos killed? It won't happen, but I want those people back. I feel you. And Iron Lad, yeah. Yeah, I feel you. It'll be really interesting to see what they do. It'll be real interesting to see what they do. I'm really interested in it, yo. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm hype. Uh I'm really into it, and I can't wait to see like what they do with this movie for real. I think it's gonna be solid. I think Doom will be set up to fight Kang for the Kang Dynasty in Secret Wars. Yeah, we talked about that as well. Emperor God Doom, but that Doom will be a variant of Kang. Like there's gonna be a lot of variants with Kang. So I hope you guys are ready for that because it's gonna be pretty spicy. Like Kang is going to be supposedly the Doom variant, also a variant of Null, also a variant of the Beyonder. Like Kang is going to be variants of multiple different like high powered people in the Marvel Cinematic. Yeah, it's going to be pretty insane. So I'm not really ready, but I hope you guys are. What if it's 2030 when they leave the realm? Ooh, that would be pretty cool. That actually would be really cool. Like we come out of the quantum realm and now we're in the future of the MCU. That would be pretty crazy. unlikely, but will be shocking on the level of 5 years later in Endgame. Yeah, for real, for real. They completely missed the Secret Wars and they come out and see the effects. Yeah, that would be crazy. I don't think it would be something like that. I think it would be more on they come out and then they're like, oh shit, it's been 7 years since we've been in the quantum realm, because this movie takes place in like what, 2023, 2025, I think that's where we are. Modern day MCU is like 2025, 2024, something like that. I think it's 2025, maybe 2026. So yeah, that's possible. One of the things that I'm most excited for is hearing all of these podcast things that Ant-Man's been going on, because you just know that they're going to be talking about some of the stuff. And we already see him on the red carpet, and I'm really interested in hearing some of these things. I wish that Scott Lang podcast was a real thing that you could actually listen to. The book that he writes, though, they're actually doing a real version of that book that's going to be coming out. So I'm actually really hyped to check that out. I think that's going to be pretty awesome. I think that's going to be pretty freaking awesome. I'm not going to lie to you. So yeah, we've talked about a whole bunch of amazing things today, from top to bottom, about DC, about Marvel. We've nerded out, we've nerded in. I unfortunately have not seen the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer yet, so I wasn't able to give my thoughts and opinions and whatnot on that. Hopefully I can do that trailer reaction sometime today and or tomorrow, have that out for you guys to check out, and then I'll give you my thoughts on it and whatnot. I really do appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in and vibing with me today. If you guys haven't already, make sure you follow us on social media at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with the latest news, movie reviews, and content that we post every single day. Follow me on social media at Sensei Finito to stay up to date with my hot takes and all the things that I be talking about all the way. So yeah, I definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in, vibing, and all that good stuff. You guys definitely are awesome and make it amazing to do this. If you haven't already, make sure you drop a like and a share on the stream. We already watched The Last of Us, so you guys can go check that out if you haven't watched it yet and do the watch along or whatever you want to do. And what else? Oh yeah, this week we have Ant-Man Quantumania actually coming out. I already got my tickets. I hope you guys got yours. Cocaine Bear also comes out this week as well, so we're gonna go see that. So we got a lot of movies to see this week. I'm really hyped. I'm really excited. It's definitely a top 10. It's definitely gonna be a top 10 week, I think, so far. So I appreciate all you guys. You guys definitely rock. It's all because of you. I really hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you guys for all tuning in. And as I say all the time, stay awesome, stay nerdy, and stay marvelous. Excelsior.
Support Marvels. All you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvels.com. Represent the Super Fam. Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.